Today I will do a presentation on the death penalty and how it's risking innocent lives. So what is the capital punishment? The Bureau of Justice Statistics defines capital punishment as the process of sentencing and carrying out convicted offenders to death for capital crimes. Methods of execution include lethal injection, electrocution, gas chamber, hanging, and firing squad. Lethal injection is the most widely used method. This map shows countries with death penalty. As shown in the above map, the United States is the only Western industrialized country with death penalty. There have been approximately 7,800 death sentences since 1976. Although many states in the United States abolished the death penalty, there are 27 states that still legalize the capital punishment. In 2020, 17 prisoners were executed by our justice system. So, is our justice system always right with the death sentence? Statistics show that 1 out of every 10 people on the death row has been exonerated since 1973, which means 1 out of every 10 people who are waiting for their execution have been found innocent. What our justice system is risking by legalizing the death penalty. With the legalization, our legal system is risking innocent lives resulting from lack of evidence and investigation errors, as our justice system is not perfect and requires many reformations. Ray Crone was one of the innocent people who was given a death sentence for a murder he didn't commit. He was found innocent after spending 10 years, 3 months, and 8 days in prison waiting for his execution.
To think that our life could come down to just a roll of a dice, a flip of the cards, I don't think life should be in somebody's hands, in a government's hands, that can take that away. And my name's Ray Crone. I'm the Director of Communications and Training with Witness to Innocence. Back in 1992, I was arrested for the murder of a barmaid in Phoenix, Arizona, convicted solely on bite mark evidence, sent to death row, and finally in 2002, we had DNA evidence that matched another man. And I was subsequently released, and he was arrested for the murder. I spent 10 years, 3 months, and 8 days in prison for it. A lot of times I start out with actually saying I used to support the death penalty. I wasn't rah, kill them all, but from where I came from, it was just seemed acceptable because it was something on television, it was something in the news. It didn't touch and affect our lives. It was for the worst of the worst. And I was one of those portrayed as a monster. I was the one that they read about in the paper or seen on television. That's the person sentenced to death. He's a monster, kill him. For those of us that were sent to death row wrongfully, that were innocent, we didn't know where it was going to end. We didn't know we were going to get out. And it wasn't just us, it was our families who were there with us. We didn't know how it was going to end. We're just fortunate to be able now to come out and tell that story.
Witness to Innocence is dedicated to abolishment of the death penalty through wrongful conviction of the exonerees telling their stories to the public and to legislatures in hopes of change, of enlightenment, of realizing that our system gets it wrong and we can't have a penalty that's not reversible.
There's so many moving moments that happen when you go and speak with the public. I was speaking at a law school nearby, and then afterwards one of the person came over and said, you probably don't remember me, but you spoke to my high school class a few years ago. And because of you, it's where I went to law school, and I want to be a defense attorney so I can protect, more Ray Crones that are out there.
Before Ray was arrested and convicted and sentenced to death, I never thought about the death penalty. I didn't care about the death penalty, whether they had it or not. It didn't matter to me. Now, since I've seen what can happen and how close a tragedy can occur with the legal system the way it is now, I am definitely against the death penalty and the possibility of the errors that can be made.
We're very fortunate to have the support from Atlantic Philanthropies. I mean, that funding that they've given us has allowed us to continue in our ability to speak and bring about public awareness and of course, legislative change, which of course resulted in the abolishment of the death penalty in New Jersey, New Mexico, and Illinois. The death penalty must be abolished. It's the finality of the sentence, the finality of taking of a life leaves no room for error. But we get it wrong. We make mistakes. There should be no punishment that you can't reverse later on and say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, we were wrong. Because we are human. Our justice system is human. They make mistakes. They get it wrong. Executing an innocent person has most likely happened and will continue to happen until we do away with the death penalty.
And why should we care about this? One of the goals of our justice system is protect innocent lives. By legalizing the death penalty, the legal system is putting innocent lives at risk, which contradicts itself. Carrying out an execution costs more than putting a person in prison for life. It costs taxpayers about $16,000 for each execution. And what can be done to fix this ethical issue? For our government and justice system to stop putting innocent lives at risk, and so that there are no lives lost because of wrongful conviction, I propose the abolition of the capital punishment. By abolishing the death penalty, not only innocent lives will be spared, but also our justice system can uphold the goal of protecting innocent lives to the best of their ability. Thank you.